Hello everybody and welcome back to OMB Reviews. I just got out of seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and yeah, what can I say? I don't think this universe is really for me. It's one of those films though, I will say, even though I'm personally not a fan of it, I do think a lot of families will have some fun with it. I do think a lot of kids will enjoy it. There actually were a couple of kids in the theater with me this morning, or rather for the opening night, and they looked like they were having some fun. They sound like they were having some fun with the film, with some of the things that were going on. They were also a little chatty, talking about various things, and every time something happened, saying literally everything going on in the plot as it happened, which is what it is. So I think that they will end up liking the film, but just for me, I don't think there was really a lot of, there really wasn't a lot of humor in the movie for me. That I feel like a lot of other, films that are able to kind of capture both adults and kids together, and there's a fine balance between those two. I just don't feel like the first film had a lot of that. This film also doesn't have a lot of that either. And I will say that I probably got about 3/4 the way through the film, and then at some point, I just passed out. In fact, it was so bad, I passed out. By the time I woke up, it was the cleaning crew who was talking, to me and waking me up. So yeah, I passed out in the theater, and I want to say I got at least 3/4 of the way through the film. But towards the end, I just got so kind of bored with it that I actually fell asleep. So that's how I feel about this movie. And as I said, I do think it's on a little bit of a different level because it is a film that's primarily being made for kids and is primarily being made to be enjoyed by kids. I just don't think that there's a whole lot there. As someone who played Sonic on Game Boy, Game Gear, N64, actually not N64, the Sega Genesis system, as someone that played it for that, I guess I could say I'm like a somewhat of a Sonic fan in that way, but I don't know. It just didn't really come across really strong for me. I still really am not a big fan of, was it Ben Schwartz, who is the voice of Sonic? I just don't find him to be very funny. Is it Ben or Jason Schwartz? I don't find him to be very funny. And then Idris Elba voices Knuckles in the film, and it just really, for that, it really didn't come across natural in any way. It just really, I don't think it really worked very well. It just didn't really seem to fit that character whatsoever. Apparently, after I made the video, like a video or two ago, talking about Sonic 2, some people pointed out that the actress that's doing the voice for Tails is actually someone who has done the voice for Tails in previous games. So I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. And I thought that she did a fine job with the voice there. But in the end, the character of Tails is just kind of like all the other characters. They're there, and I would say that there's probably one moment and one series of events that had me laughing at all and had me entertained, and it had to do with a wedding and the character of Rachel. I thought that whole sequence was actually kind of fun, but other than that, again, not really my cup of tea. So if I had to give this franchise, or this specific case, if I had to give this film a grade, I think I'm going to give it a C+. I'm really trying to be generous with it because I do think that kids will end up enjoying it a lot more than I will. And if I had to give this overall, again, for me, the series, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't find it fun. I don't find it entertaining. And I'm glad that if you're one of the persons that does, I'm just not one of them. But anyway, have you seen Sonic 2? What are y'all's thoughts about it? Are you a fan of the Sonic franchise as well? And if so, does that maybe impact your overall thoughts about the film? Let me know about that as well. Thank you again for checking out this video on this channel. Please let me know if you liked it. And yeah, just doing the iPhone from the car, so hopefully everything is sounding and looking okay. But smash that like button, that fire button on Odyssey. Y'all are all amazing and beautiful people. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, and as always, God bless.
And now for a huge shout out to all of my April Patreon, Subscribe Star, and Locals members. Starting off with Patreon with Animation Commentator Brandon, let's go Brandon, Brian P., Christopher Bowman, Father Christopher Miller, Hail to you Father, Father Damian Cook, Garrett Searles, Harold Francis, Hymir Ari Hymeson, Inflamed Wood, Jacob from Holland, Jeff Toon, Joe Horn, Jonathan Carney, Gomer Kyle 79, Laura, the Modern Major General Story, Mike Jackson, Mad Mitch Dunaway, Mondo Spieler, Mr. Peabody, On to June, Orange Hat Reviews, Priscilla Hall, Rosella Allen, Stan Andrian, Miss Martin Muses, Theodore Bendon, Tina Bojan, and Tina B., the Empress of the Universe. Thank you very much for supporting me over on Patreon. And also to my Subscribe Star peeps, Matt317, Storm Tracker, The R, Fast Reaction, Nosferatu Gatsu, Stand 4, John B., Mr. Roy, Glinzer, J. Alice McCarthy Jr., Dean Heiss, J-Rod the Beer Guru, and ZK-Man. And also a huge shout out to my Locals members, starting off with Kara Tharp, K Tharp 56. Also, UAB, Mad Dog, Mike Jackson, Robert Barnes, and also a huge support as well to Brett D90. Thank you very much for supporting me over on Locals. Thank you again to everyone for supporting the channel. Please, if you want your name shouted out at the end of every live stream and video, go ahead and check out the top link at the video description. It is my Willow link, as I like to describe it, and it brings you to a link tree where you get access to all of these different locations, as well as all of the various social media platforms that you can follow me on. If you join at the Citizen of Asgard level, you get your name shouted out at the end of every single live stream and video. Army of Asgard level gets you that, plus you get access to a giveaways channel that I have on Discord. If you ever don't have access to that giveaways channel, please contact me. I do send out the link to the Discord and with the instructions on it at the beginning of every single month. But if you don't have access to that giveaways channel where I'm giving away 4Ks and Blu-rays and all that kind of stuff, as much as I possibly can give away is available there. Please just reach out to me and I will gladly walk you through the process to make sure you get access to that giveaways channel. And again, that is, Army of Asgard level, whether you be on Patreon, Subscribe Star, or on Locals. Also, if you are the Keeper of the Bifrost level, you get access to all of that. Plus, you get access to a podcast that I do with John the Flick Pick Flickinger. We try and do it once or twice a month. I think we're going to try and do it twice this month to make up for some miscommunication that we had last month. So be on the lookout for that, and look out for those podcast Q&A posts that are always available on the Patreon main page, the Subscribe Star main page, on the YouTube side of things as well. The YouTube community tab, you'll always find the podcast Q&A there, and also on the Locals page as well. And if you join at the Chosen of Valhalla level, the highest of the levels, you get access to all of that. Plus, if it's your first month, you get a free t-shirt, any t-shirt you want from my Teespring, my TeePublic, whichever one you want to get it from. You just let me know the size, location I'm sending it to, color, that kind of stuff. You get it sent to you. Plus, you get to be featured once a month on the Chosen of Valhalla live stream, where we all come together and just talk about movies and really anything the Chosen want to talk about, and it is a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you all very much for your love and for your support. You guys are all amazing and beautiful people. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, God bless.